I had an entire episode written out for today, but then I really began to think about it. How much value did I give you guys in this video? The answer was not enough. This is what led to my community post earlier this week about making some changes to Coffee and Trains. You guys gave me some great suggestions and ideas, and today we're going to go over some changes that are coming to Coffee and Trains. Hey everybody, my name's Jimmy. Welcome to Coffee and Trains. I'm still drinking some of that donut shop coffee, kind of value pack of it, so I'm really going through it here. If you want to tell me what kind of coffee you are drinking and have it featured just like these guys right here, you can put that in the comments below. I always enjoy that. And who knows, you might go ahead and see your name pop up on an episode of Coffee and Trains. Cheers, guys. I'm going to do a little bit of inside baseball here and talk about how I plan Coffee and Trains each month. For the most part, I have 4 slots, sometimes 5 for Coffee and Trains. 2 of those slots are automatically taken up by the Virtual Model Railroad Show and the Q&A. First of all, don't worry. Those aren't going anywhere. What remains is 2, sometimes 3 empty slots. I fill this with ideas and topics that I think about. Sometimes they're inspired by an article, another YouTuber, or even comments from you guys. Recently, though, I've been feeling, a bit of a stretch to make content for you guys that you would find valuable for Coffee and Trains. This led me to one conclusion. I need to show my face less on Coffee and Trains. What I mean is that I need to show more things on Coffee and Trains rather than just talking about topics. I understand the irony of me talking about this here, but just hang in there a minute. There are several things that I'll be adding to Coffee and Trains. The first is product reviews. This will be more than locomotives. I'm going to take the approach of, I buy it, so you don't have to. I'm going to talk about the quality of the product, what it's best used for, and who the product is best for. There are a lot of products out there that make things easier to model that some people may have a DIY solution that they prefer, but some may want a pre-made solution, and that's totally okay. But that's why I'm going to be going into these product reviews. The second thing I'm adding is mini projects. These are projects that don't necessarily need a whole Monday video devoted to them. I can do things like the Kato mini diorama kits and do different things on those, different types of painting and gluing techniques, and I can compare and contrast all sorts of different techniques for that matter. I have discovered quite a few small module designs for model railroading that I want to try as well that don't need an entire episode. And these mini projects are the perfect place to try these modules out. The third is a mini op session. These will be a bit different from my typical op session videos. I have a concept for it, but I'm not quite ready to share it. But I will be doing single industry switching versus entire op sessions. This way I can go more into detail with the switching and my thought process. Now, the discussion videos that have dominated Coffee and Trains since its inception are still going to be there, but there's going to be less of them. And my plan is to gear those discussions around operating a layout and deciding on which products to buy so that you can make a more informed decision with your money. So what does that mean for Monday videos? Well, this means that Monday is more than likely going to be nothing but projects and large op sessions. I know that's going to be fun. I've got a lot of modules for my new T-Track layout that I got to build, and there's going to be loads of scenery projects, plus wiring, DCC installs, tips and tricks, all sorts of stuff on Mondays. And moving some of these videos into Coffee and Trains is not only going to make those videos better and more interesting, it's also going to free me up for more projects. And I also realize another thing, that I have done a lot of videos, like over 500. And some of them I did a long time ago, and they need a second visit. I either know a lot more about the topic, or I need to go more in depth. Either way, we're going to be taking a look at some projects with fresh eyes. Now, back to a little bit of inside baseball in terms of YouTube. As a channel grows, no matter what kind it is, its content is going to change. The most common number I hear from a lot of experts is that if your channel is growing, you need to make a course change or some sort of change about every 18 months is around the right number to keep that growing going. And when it comes to my channel, I let you, the viewers, weigh in. And I also pay attention to the comments for this reason. The best way to reach me, though, directly is to be a member of my Patreon, which you can join for just $1 a month if you want to reach me. I try to respond to those the fastest. If you have an idea of something you would like to see in the future on this channel, leave that in the comments below. You can join the Patreon. You can also shoot me an email. The best way to get in touch with me is that Patreon, but I do check comments and email as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jimmy from the DIY and Digital. Stay safe, be kind, drink some coffee, and happy railroading.